Hello everyone, welcome back to the Jennaize podcast, and for today's episode we are going to be doing We're Not Really Strangers. It's a card game. I used to have the actual physical game, but I finished it with my husband, and then I think just playing it once is enough. It was fun, and then I gave it to my brother so he could play it with his girlfriend. But for this episode, there are 3 levels to We're Not Really Strangers. So there's level 1, level 2, level 3, and it's pretty long. It kind of takes a long time to answer them all. So for this video, we'll do level 1, and then for the next one, we'll do level 2, and after that, we'll do level 3. So this podcast episode will be in 3 parts, and we'll do level 1 today, level 2 the next, level 3 the next. So you're supposed to play We're Not Really Strangers with another person. So some of the questions are things like, what's the first thing you noticed about me? So we're gonna try to change each question to where it's okay for just one person if I'm just playing it by myself and answering them for you. We're going to try to change up the questions so it's like not asking the question to another person, it's you just answering it yourself. So that's what we're gonna do. And I since I don't have them anymore, I just looked it up, and you can find all the questions online. So what I just typed in is We're Not Really Strangers PDF, because I feel like a while ago I was able to find one. But then on Reddit, on r/card games, someone made a custom printable We're Not Really Strangers cards PDF on Canva. So you can find that, and it just has all of the cards on there. And if you scroll down to the comments, someone made a Google Doc of all of the questions, so you can find them on there. So if you just search it up, you will be able to find it, and people have posted the questions so you don't have to buy the game. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep both of them open in case one doesn't have both of the questions. I have my computer screen behind. You can see it in my glasses if you are watching the YouTube video, not just listening. You can see it in my glasses. I have my computer screen behind me. But we will start and go down the line with level 1. So to start off with, and I'm yawning a little bit even though I'm not tired. Sorry about that. But let's start with the questions. So, what reality show do you think I'm most likely to binge watch? Explain. So the one that I am most likely to binge watch is Survivor. I really like Survivor, and I watched it when I was little with my family, my parents and my brother. We would watch it all the time. So now, as I've gotten older, it's still on, but I have like nostalgia for it, even though it's still going. It's just very nostalgic for me, and I really like Survivor. I think it's a good show, and I was in some Instagram games in 2020 of Survivor, and there's people still do them now, so you can join like a Survivor game that's like online, and you do things online for like the challenges. Like you would go onto Zoom or on Discord, and you would get into a group, and for the challenges to, you know, win immunity idol and everything, you can do stuff online instead of the crazy challenges they do in the show. So like you would stand on one leg, you have to turn your camera on, and you stand on one leg, and whoever can stand on one leg the longest wins. So there are ways that you can like play it like online. So I was in a lot of those games when I was younger. What is that, 5 years ago now? Wow. I played those games. If you go through my tagged pictures on Instagram. You'll be able to see it if you scroll down. But they were fun, and I made some friends in that. And I actually met one of the people from the games in person because we were good friends. So that was crazy. And one of the people in it actually went to my school. That's how I learned about it. Went to my college. And I knew them in real life, so it was cool to play games with people that I actually knew too. So Survivor's my favorite. I played actual Survivor games, and I want to be on the show. I think that would be fun to be on it. I also played, I've never watched Big Brother. I pretended that I watched Big Brother to be in the games, but when I joined it, I, got the gist of it. So same with Survivor games, the people who would also play those online, you could join Big Brother ones. But I've never watched the actual show. But I think that I would like it because I liked playing the games, and it's, a similar vibe to Survivor. Also Amazing Race. I like those types of reality shows. So I haven't really watched any actual reality shows. Those are reality game shows, you know what I mean? I haven't really watched any actual reality shows, Keeping Up with the Kardashians and everything like that. Those types of reality shows. I've just watched mostly game shows. So yeah, I really like Survivor, and I would like to be on it one day. I think that would be fun. So yeah. Next question. What do you think is the hardest part of what I do for a living? So I do content creation. I think the hardest part is comparing yourself to other people, which nobody should do that because you're you're not them, you're not the same person. So you can't really compare yourself because your life is different from other people. The things you go through are different from what they go through. Everybody has different lives and different, I don't know how to say it. Just everybody's different, so you can't compare yourself to other people, but I think comparison is one of the problems with doing content creation. And like, oh my gosh, even if you just are consuming content, you're comparing yourself. Oh my gosh, she's so much prettier. This person has this and I don't have this. I really want that. Oh my gosh, they have so much money and I'm poor. I'm so sad. But some people have different lives, different opportunities than you, and you just have to do the best with what you can. So yeah, I think comparison is the hardest part. And sometimes I get sad looking at other people and their lives and wishing that I had a better life. But I can make a better life for myself, and you can make a better life for yourself. You just gotta work on it and work hard. So yeah. What's the first thing you noticed about me? This one I don't really know how we're gonna change it. You can let me know in the comments if you want, since how do I flip it? What's the first thing I noticed about myself? I don't know. Well, I don't know if it would make sense for me to answer it about myself because I've known myself my whole life. So you can let me know if you would like to in the comments. So if MySpace was still a thing, what would my profile song be? I never had a MySpace, but on Tumblr back in the day, I don't know if you still can because I don't have it anymore, but on your page, you would be able to put a song on your page too, just like you would be able to on MySpace. And back in the day, my Tumblr URL was he's-my-best-friend. He's my best friend. And it was to the one song that goes he's my best friend, best of all best friends. Do you have a best friend too? That one. I don't know. When I was a kid, I really liked that song. I had a Tumblr in like middle school, and then when I got to high school, I didn't really use it anymore. So yeah, when I was a kid, I liked that song and I made it He's My Best Friend. And I made it that song on my Tumblr. So, but if I had one now, what would I pick? What's my favorite song right now? Let me think. What's the song that I really like right now? I think I would do I Love Play Rehearsal from Be More Chill. I've liked Be More Chill for a while, but I've really been listening to it lately. And especially that song because I want to get back into theater. You know, I was a theater major in college and I haven't done any theater since I graduated. So I would like to get back into it and go to play rehearsal because I love play rehearsal. Next, if you were to buy me a present knowing nothing about me other than what I look like, what would it be? I think looking at me right now, I'm wearing the Nook's Cranny beanie, and Nook's Cranny is from Animal Crossing. So if you were looking at me right now, you would notice, I like Animal Crossing. So you would get me something related to Animal Crossing. That's what I'm gonna say. On a scale of 1 to 10, how messy do you think my car is? 1 being the cleanest and 10 being a complete disaster. Explain. So definitely 1, the cleanest. I do not like messy things, especially in the car. Like, I feel like for me, it's not that hard to keep my car clean because I just like to get rid of things. Like, if I have garbage, I'm gonna throw it away right away. If I have recycling, I'm gonna go recycle it. I don't keep anything in my car. So it's definitely clean. And same with my house. I just don't like it to be dirty at all. So I like it to be clean and not messy. So I would say 1. Do you think plants thrive or die in my care? Explain. So I wish they would thrive, but I have 2 succulents right now down there. My husband got them for me as a present and they're looking okay right now. But in college, I had a lot of succulents and I kept them on my windowsill in my dorm room. And then when I moved to the apartment, I put them, if you can watch my apartment tour video on my regular channel, just Jennaize. I think I have an ASMR one too, if you wanted to watch that. But I would have them on my, I don't know what the word is, when you go up the stairs and there's like that little space, the little edge of the stairs. I had it on those, if that makes sense. And those succulents, they just died, and I felt like I read the directions, I read what I was supposed to do, and I did it. I did everything that I was supposed to, I think, but they died. So I wish that plants thrived, but I feel like they died. I don't know why. I don't know what I did wrong, but these ones are looking okay right now. But it's also only been like 2 months, so I guess we'll see. Do I look kind? Explain. I think I do look kind. I don't think there's anything mean about me. If I'm just looking at me right now, I'm like, I would think she's nice. I don't think I give off mean vibes. I don't think so. Do I seem like more of a creative or analytical type? Explain. I'm definitely creative than analytical. What is the definition of analytical, though? Let's look it up. Copy, paste, relating to or using analysis or logical reasoning. Okay, so I'm just thinking like smart things rather than creative things. What this makes me think of is like creative, like the arts, and then analytical, like the maths and the sciences, which I was definitely more creative. In theater, choir, band, art, analytical, math, science, technology. So I'm definitely creative, obviously, because I got a theater major and now I do content creation, so creating, it's part of the job title. So definitely creative. I think I'm smart, obviously, but not in a, I guess, analytical type of way, like this is saying. I would rather use my, there's like right side and left side of the brain. Whichever is the creative type, I like to use that side, and then whichever is not, is I don't like to use that side. You know what I mean? I don't know which is which. Maybe, no, I was gonna guess, but I don't know for sure. That's what I'm gonna say though. Do I seem like someone who would get a name tattooed on myself? Why or why not? When I was younger, I feel like maybe I would have. I don't have any tattoos right now, but I think when I was younger, maybe I would have if someone asked me, but now I think that I wouldn't. I'm married, but I still don't think I would have. I don't know. I don't think I want any tattoos. When I was younger, I really wanted some tattoos, but now I do not anymore. I'm 25. I obviously can still change my mind in the future, but right now I don't think I want any tattoos at all. Especially with my job, if I want to be an actor. I know some actors do have tattoos, but I think it's easier to get a job if you don't have any tattoos, because then they would have to cover them up and everything for specific types of roles. So I'm gonna say no tattoos for now. I could change my mind. Finish this sentence. Just by looking at you, I think you like Animal Crossing, because they would see my hat. What do my shoes tell you about me? So I'm not wearing any shoes right now. I'm just wearing socks. I'm wearing Animal Crossing socks, so it's very fitting that I have an Animal Crossing hat. But the shoes that I normally wear are Converse shoes. I keep yawning, even though I'm not tired. I usually wear Converse shoes, so what does that tell you about me? That I like to be comfortable, I guess. That's what I would say. Do you think I've ever been fired from a job? If so, what for? I have never been fired from a job, so nothing. What was your first impression of me? And then it also says, what was your first impression of me on Bumble versus IRL? Why does it say Bumble? Do the only people who get this game are from Bumble? I don't think that was in the actual ones. But I don't think I can answer this about myself, so you can answer it for me if you would like to in the comments. What was your first impression of me? How would you describe what you think my type is in 3 words? Okay, what's 3 words to describe my husband, because he's my type? I would say blonde band boy. because I like his blonde hair and I wanted someone who was in band or choir or theater. I just wanted a person who liked the same things as me. So we were both in band, in marching band. So that's what I would say. Blonde band boy, that's my type. What did you think about my first message? These seem like they're not the right ones because I don't think this was in the right one, or this was in the actual game. This is on the Google Doc. Next, I'm going to look over the person who made the actual flashcards and see if we answered them all or if we missed some. And this doesn't, I don't remember this one being one of them, but I guess you could say, what did you think about my first video? Let me know. Between the two of us, who seems like the better texter? Explain. Well, I don't know how you text, but I don't really text anybody. Not even my husband. I mean, we live together, so I don't need to text him. But I guess I would say I'm a bad texter because I don't really text people ever. I'm sorry. What does my Instagram tell you about me? Okay, let's go to my Instagram. Type an IN. Okay, and then it comes up. And then my Instagram. My bio right now says vegan, and then it says my husband's handle, and then my ASMR handle, and then my email, and then I linked my Twitch. So it tells you that I'm vegan, I care about the animals, that I'm married, that I do ASMR, that I'm a content creator, so I have my email, that I do Twitch, and I like to play video games. Looking at my pictures, all of my recent pictures have been with my husband, so that will tell you that I love my husband. Next, make an assumption about me. This one I can't really do about myself, but you could do it in the comment if you would like. What about me intrigues you? What about myself intrigues me? What does intrigues mean? Like, just that you like? Would you say just something that you like? Arouse the curiosity or interest of. Intrigue. So I'm gonna say, what do I like about myself? I'm gonna change it up a little. I like how caring I am. I think that's a good quality. What do you think I'm most likely to splurge on? I would say fun drinks. I like to get a fun drink. But I've been trying not to spend money on drinks and just get ones that cost less, like $2 to $5. At Taco Bell, you can get a $1 sody. So I get that. I get a Baja Blast. I just like fun drinks, a coffee or a soda, a pop. That's what I like. So I guess that's something you can splurge on because fun drinks aren't necessary. So, but I still like to get them. As a child, what do you think I wanted to be? When I was really little, I wanted to be an artist, like a drawer, things like that. Now my brother is an artist and he can draw, and he went to school to be an animator. So he's good at that, but when I was younger, that's what I wanted to be. But then when I was in my first musical, my first play, I wanted to do acting. I wanted to be a singer before that. After an artist, I wanted to be a singer. And then after I was in my first show, I was like, oh, I want to do acting too. So and then I went to do theater, and that's what I ended up doing. Finish the sentence. Just by looking at you, you'd think that I like Animal Crossing. That's the one's coming up a lot. Do you think I was popular in school? Explain. No, I was not, but I think it was my own fault. You know, in Meet the Robinsons, I don't know if I've said this before. Maybe I've said it. But I was saying it to my husband that in Meet the Robinsons movie, when... What's his actual name? The Goob kid? What's his name, actually? I don't remember. But when he's like, they all hated me, and it does a flashback, and they're like, hey, Goob, do you want to come over later? Hey, Goob, do you want to play? Hey, like, some things like that. And then he's like, they all hated me, but they were, like, trying to be friends with him. I think maybe that was me in school. I thought that everybody didn't like me when maybe they did, but I just didn't know or didn't try to be friends. So I guess that's something that I kind of regret. So I wasn't popular, but maybe I could have been if I put myself out there, you know. Anyway, how many speeding tickets do you think I've gotten in my life? I've only gotten one before, and I didn't mean to. I was just driving home after watching a musical, and I was pretty far away from my house. It was like 2 hours from my house, so you know, it was late and it was dark out. I guess I was driving fast, but I didn't really know that I was, but I was just trying to get home fast, I guess, and I was scared because it was late at night, and I was by myself, and I was 2 hours away. So maybe I was driving fast to try to get home faster, but I don't know. Yeah, but then I started crying. And the officer didn't even care. It was on the highway, and there was like, when I was going home, and there was like nobody on the road, but I guess I didn't even think I was speeding, but I guess I was, but I don't remember speeding. I don't know how much, but I guess it was enough to give me a ticket. I started crying, and he didn't even care. He could obviously tell that I didn't mean to do it, because I didn't even know I was speeding. So yeah, I got one before, but I didn't mean to, and it's not on my record though, because when I went there to do it or whatever, it's like if you go to pay it, but I just had to pay it. I didn't get it on my record or anything. Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, where are we at? Because they wrote the tattooed one again on this Google Doc. Okay. Do you think I fall in love easily? Why or why not? I think I do because, well, now I don't anymore because I'm married. But I think before I did because I can just see the good in everyone, I think. And I think everyone has potential to be a good person and be the person that you love. So I just always saw the good in people and I didn't see the bad. I would always give everybody the benefit of the doubt, you know? It didn't really work out that much for me, but then it finally did because now I'm married, so it's all good. What compliment do you think I hear the most? When I wear this hat out in public, people say, I like your beanie, I like your hat, so looking at me right now, that's just one that I get a lot because a lot of people like Animal Crossing. Next, do you think I ever checked an ex's phone for evidence? I did. I did. All of them. You got to. And you always find something. It sucks. What subject do you think I thrived in at school, and did I fail any? I never failed any classes before, and the subjects that I thrived in was band and choir. Do I seem like a coffee or tea person, sweetened or unsweetened? I do not like tea at all, besides like boba tea, but that's different. It's like really sweet. I get like the juice type ones, like mango passion fruit boba, so it like doesn't taste like tea. I don't know what it is, but it has, you know, tea in the name, so I don't know if it is tea, but when I do get boba, I get the fruity flavors. But other than that, I don't like or drink tea at all. I wish I liked it because a lot of people like it, but I just don't. But coffee I do like, but it has to be sweetened and it has to be like a frappuccino type thing. Can't go there right now, you know, do the boycott, but at Starbucks I used to get the mocha frappuccino, and then I'm vegan, so I do no whipped cream and with oat milk or soy milk and extra mocha drizzle, and that's really good because it's like chocolatey. I feel like it still tastes coffee-y, but it's more chocolatey, so I like that. If it's like a chocolate mocha type of drink, and I like frappuccinos. And it's just sad because a lot of places that do like frappuccino type drinks, they can't make it vegan like Starbucks can. So I'm really craving a Starbucks frappuccino, but I don't want to go there. But I wish places could do that. Like I have gotten a like a chocolate iced mocha. It's like it's called Mocha Mocha, I think, from Big B, and then you just get, I think it comes with whipped cream, so you don't get no whipped cream, and then I forget what milks they have. I think they have almond and oat there. So I think I got oat milk, and it's good, but it's just like, it's more coffee-y than chocolatey. But there they do like frappuccino type things, but the base of it or whatever is not vegan, so that sucks. So a lot of places that have a frappuccino type drink, they can't do it. Or like Tim Hortons, when I was just vegetarian, I would get like the ice cap, right? Or I would get the frozen hot chocolate. That was really good from there. So I want them to make a vegan version of it. So I want something like that. But yeah, those types of drinks are what I like as coffee. I can't drink straight coffee. And I'm not a person that like needs coffee or anything to wake up. I know a lot of people need that. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of scary if you can't wake up or do things without having coffee. I feel like that's a little scary. But yeah, I've never drank coffee except for that, like frappuccino type drinks, and those are just for fun. It's not to wake up or anything. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like if you're addicted to coffee like that, it's kind of scary that you can't go without it, you know? So I'm glad that I'm not like that and not like I need coffee. They did the when you were a child, when you want to be when you grow up question again. Okay, skip. Do I seem like a morning person or a night owl? I am definitely a night owl. I can wake up early if I need to, but I would prefer the nighttime, and I feel like I get my best work done at night, especially since I do ASMR. It's best to do ASMR at night than during the morning. They did the popular school again. Okay, this Google Doc is kind of messed up because they wrote multiple questions multiple times. Do you think I'm usually early on time or late to events? Explain. I feel like I'm usually early to events. I don't want to be late. Or my band director, you know, if you were in band, your teacher probably said this too. They said, if you're on time, you're late. If you say like, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, I forget what he said after that. If you're late, you're getting kicked out or something like that. So I'm usually always early to things because I don't want to miss anything. So I'd like to be early. Do I remind you of anyone you know? This one you can let me know in the comments if you would like. Again, there's 2 more questions that they wrote again. So that's fine. And then they do have wild cards in the We're Not Really Strangers game. So it's sometimes it's like more questions, or sometimes it's like you have to do a specific action, like writing something down or something. So like this one says, ask and answer the next question in a different accent. So we're not going to do that. But then the next one says, create your own question. So what's a good question? Looking at my hat again, talking about my hat a lot. What's your favorite Animal Crossing villager? Mine is Vesta, and it's because I had her on my island when I was little, and she was my favorite when I was little, so I feel like I can never pick a new one. I have to stick with the same one, so she's still my favorite because when I was little, she was on my island and she was my favorite, or she was in my village. You know, we didn't have an island back then. It was the village. They were a villager. So yeah, Vesta is my favorite. There are a lot of good ones though. You know, I've been liking like the Sanrio villagers. I have some of those on my island. I got the Sanrio amiibo cards a while ago, or my husband got them for me. So I like those ones too. Am I someone you typically connect with? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do I intimidate you? Why or why not? I'm just gonna answer this myself because I don't think I'm intimidating at all. I think I'm very nice and open-minded, if that's the right word to say. I don't intimidate people. I'm not mean to people, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna answer for you because you shouldn't be. What's your favorite song lyric that comes to your mind from the top of your head? We were talking about I Love Play rehearsal earlier, so let's go to the song. I like the one lyric that goes, life is easy in rehearsal. You follow a script so you know what comes next. So I like that because I do think life is easy in rehearsal because you follow a script so you know what comes next. That's why I'm not good at improv. Like, I think I'm a good actor if I have a script and can follow this and follow the directions. But if I have to do improv, I don't know what to do and I don't know what to say. So that's why I like theater, because I can just follow what's on the page and do what I'm told. So life is easy in a rehearsal. You follow a script so you know what comes next. I do think it's easy. It's easy to follow. I like that lyric because I think it's so true, and that's why I like to be in it. They just put the, what did you want to be again? Wild card, write down your #1 goal for the next month and compare. So for next month, I'm recording this. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but I'm recording this on Thanksgiving on November 27th, 2025. So the next month is December. So I think my goal for next month is to get my life together and get everything ready for the new year, since I want 2026 to be my year. Now that I'm all better and everything's going okay, I just want to be the best version of myself. So for the next month, I want to get everything ready, get everything prepared, and get my life together for the new year. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. Not that I want to, I'm going to. So that is everything on level 1 on this Google Doc. Let's scroll down. Yeah, so there's level 3. This is level 2. So we did level 1. So let's go through this, and I'll read you what it says for the We're Not Really Strangers. It says, for 2 players, you and me, babe, each player takes their own copy of the cards, or 1 player holds up a question for each person to answer. 1 person asks a question verbally. Alternate. I'm gonna move it over here instead. Okay. Alternate asking and answering the questions, following the order of the levels until the deck is complete. Proceed through the levels in order. Level 1 is perception. This level is about gaining perspective on what first impressions we give off and challenging the assumptions we make about others. Then level 2 is connection. This level is about asking the rarely asked questions and connecting on a deeper level. And level 3 is reflection. Time to reflect on your game experience and what you have learned during the game. When the wild cards say, spread the wild cards throughout the 3 levels. If a wild card is drawn, the person who drew it must complete the instructions unless otherwise noted. Card notes that all players should complete it. And then there are dig deeper cards. These cards are meant to encourage transparency if you want the person talking to dig deeper and share more, and can be used once per level. And then there's a final card you use at the end of the game. So yeah, that's what it says about the game. And we'll go through this Reddit thread and read the questions. This wasn't on there. Okay, so are these the right ones? I made a custom printer, but not really. For building a credit to these people for compiling all the questions. This Quizlet has been deleted. Dropbox. It looks like some of these questions are actually weren't on the Google Docs, so let's go through them. How would the person closest to you describe you in 3 words? I would say nice, caring, and compassionate. What type of social situation makes you feel the most awkward? I guess when what does make me feel the most awkward? I guess maybe when people say things that make you feel bad, but they don't know that they're making you feel bad, or maybe they do know but they don't care, but they don't want you to like say anything about it, you know? So I think that when like people say something and then you're like, oh, that's kind of mean, or I don't agree with that, okay, that's awkward, I don't know why you just said that. I guess maybe that. What do you think I have been binge watching lately? What I have been is Cardcaptor Sakura. I watched the first part and now I'm on to Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card. I think it's Clear Card, yeah. I think so. So I'm gonna start that. But I binge watched all of the first part of Cardcaptor Sakura recently. And it's good so far. It's very cute. It's like kind of like Sailor Moon type show. So I like it. What do you think has been my go-to snack during this time? It's Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna say the Thanksgiving popcorn from Trader Joe's. It's like, I think it's Thanksgiving stuffing flavor. It's just like popcorn with a bunch of spices on it, and it's really good. And it's vegan, so it's yummy. What time do you think I have been waking up these days? It really just depends on when I go to bed. And even if I wake up late, it's just because I went to bed late. So I'm getting, 8 hours of sleep, and I'm not like sleeping like crazy long or crazy times. I feel like parents would like get mad at you for sleeping in late, but it's like I went to bed so late, and if I was doing work at night until I went to bed, like what's the problem? So I feel like parents are always, and a lot of people, they think like if you're waking up late you're not productive, but what if I'm not productive in the morning but I'm productive at night and I'm doing work until I go to sleep? What's the difference between waking up late and going to bed late, or waking up early and going to bed early? Like, you still have the same amount of hours in the day and you're still doing the same amount of stuff. So why does it matter when you wake up? So it really just depends when I go to bed and when I wake up. So it really just fluctuates. Some days I'll wake up at 8 a.m. Some days I'll wake up at 11 a.m. Some days I'll wake up at 2 p.m. It just depends on when I'm going to bed. So yeah. This one was in there. The other one. Do you think I am mainly cooking or getting takeout / delivery nowadays? I mainly cook. The only time we go out to eat is on our date days. So we have date nights every Saturday, me and my husband. So we only go out to eat on Saturdays, and then we cook the rest of the week. But I wish we could have takeout and get food every day. I love outside food and I don't want to cook. So yeah. This one was in the other one. This one was, this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, this one says, what was your first impression of me? And then what was your first impression of me online versus IRL? So the Google Doc said Bumble. Maybe they're just like tailoring it to themselves. Like they met their partner on Bumble And then this one is just in general. So this is online versus IRL. So yeah. These two were on the Google Doc. Oh, and then it goes to level 2. I feel like though, how many is this on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are only 16 cards in level 1. I feel like that's not right. I feel like when I had the game, it was definitely a lot more. Or maybe it looks like it gets more as it keeps going. So level 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. What was it? There was 16 in the other one. So this one is 24. And then level 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32. So it's going up. Is that by 8? 16, 24, 32. Yeah, it's going up by 8 for every level. And then there are the wild cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 wild cards. Do they have wild cards written in the level 2s? Yes. And then, yeah, there is. Okay. So I think that's all of the questions that are on there, but I just remembering it, I feel like there were more, but I guess not. I guess we could try to level 1% relationship expansion pack. Level 1 perception. Level 2 connection. Oh, there are 3. Relationship expansion pack. Okay, we'll answer these ones since we still have some time. Can I go backwards? We're not really strangers couples edition, but we live in Germany. Oh. But it doesn't have as many questions full couples edition. I didn't know there was a couples edition. Let's do the, can I click on it? Okay. The relationship expansion pack. So, how important do you think birthdays and holidays are to me? Explain. They are very important to me. I think you only have one birthday a year and a couple holidays a year. Why wouldn't you want to celebrate them and make the most of those days? Because my husband texted me, I saw it in the corner, so because he went to his family for Thanksgiving, but I didn't go this year, so he texted me that he got there just now, but he should have been there an hour ago, so that's kind of like he forgot to text me, I guess. Okay, so What does it say? I'm sorry, I got distracted. How important do you think birthdays and holidays are to me? Yeah, it only happens, all these holidays and birthdays only happen once a year, so why not celebrate the few days a year that you can? Next, who do you think was more nervous on our first date? Explain. Doing this with my husband, answering this with our first date, I think he was more nervous than me. Not to put him on blast, but I would go on a lot of dates. I had a lot of matches on Tinder and he only had a couple, so not to put him on blast or anything, but I think he was more nervous because he's been on less dates than me. What do you think my perfect date night would be? I think my perfect date night would be going out and doing lots of fun things, like a movie, going to dinner, going to a movie, going bowling, going to the arcade, just doing a lot of fun things out and about, out of the house. I think that would be fun. What assumption did you make about me that turned out to be false? I guess you can let me know this one in the comments if you would like. On a scale of 1 to 10, how open do you feel that I am with you? I feel like I'm being a 10 out of 10, open and honest with you right now with my answers to these questions, so you're welcome. And I think that is it for the level 1 ones looking at it. So let's go back up again. Then we're not really strangers. Self-reflection kit. There are a lot of different sub packs, I guess. Self-reflection edition. Oh, this has a lot of them. Maybe I can make this one into its whole video because this has 8 pages of cards. Okay, maybe this one will be its whole own video. Self-reflection. This is good. I'm sorry, I didn't know there was more than one. We're not really strangers. And then there's honest dating. These ones only have a few for each level, so let's just answer these real quick right now for these honest dating. We already answered what do you think my type is in this one. What do you think I was like in high school? I'm gonna just answer that the same, like the, what's the movie called? Meet the Robinsons. I think that's how I was. I was very involved in things, band, choir, things, and I had some friends, but I feel like I could have had more if I wasn't like that. So I wish that I wasn't. How many relationships do you think I've been in? How many times do you think I've been in love? I've been in a lot of relationships. How many times I've been in love? How many times I've said I love you to people? Maybe only, I think I've said I love you to more than 2 people, but maybe like actual, like for real love, I'm gonna say 2. But I've been in a lot of relationships, maybe like 10, maybe. Just by looking at me, what would you think I do for a living? So we already said content. What's the first thing you noticed about me when we met in person? Look at me right now. What did you notice about me? Well, just say the hat again. That I like Animal Crossing. What do you think my drink of choice is? It's definitely a hot blast. Do you think I'm still on good terms with my exes? Why or why not? So I'm saying yes because all of my exes like donated to my GoFundMe for my cancer, and they like shared it and helped me. And I'm gonna, and I say this because all of my exes like donated me and said nice things to me, but there's a lot of my family members that didn't help me and didn't talk to me. So if my exes, like people who are supposed to hate me, did this for me and they care about me, but then my family members, people who are supposed to love me no matter what, didn't do it, then I think you can like see who the problem is. Because it's definitely not me, because these exes are supposed to not like me. And my family's supposed to like me. So I think I am on good terms, even though I shouldn't be. They're my exes, but I think everything always ended okay. I think it was never really something drastic on my end. So, but you're still supposed to, not like your exes. You can be on good terms, but you're not supposed to like them. But I think they all still care about me because they all donated and they all said nice things to me. But these people, on the other hand, didn't. So, yes, I am. And that's my why, because I think I am because they all were very nice to me during that. So, yeah. And then there's one wild card for this. Write down your 3 favorite physical features of your partner and read them out loud, both players. Should I say this about myself? I think my eyes are nice. And I think my hair is nice when I did have long hair. So once my hair grows back out again, it's gonna look nice. I like that about myself. And then, can I say glasses for physical features? Because they're physically on me, but it's not something you can take off. It's something you can take off, like not like you can't take off your eyes, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say glasses though, because they're physically on me, but not physically on me, you know what I mean? But I think my glasses look good on me, and I think I look a little silly without my glasses, but maybe that's because I just wear them all the time now and I'm used to it. But if I didn't wear them anymore, I would be used to that. So, but I do like them on me. I think that's all of this honest dating. Let me go back. Honest dating, relationships expansion. Which ones are level 2? Level 1, level 2, level 3. Is just these level 1, and then these are level 2. You could find these if you just look them up online. You'll be able to find them. Should I enter this one in like a separate one too? Because which one did we just do? Honest dating expansion pack. And this one has a lot. Should we just answer the rest of the expansion packs in like separate videos? Self-reflection. I guess we should. I didn't know there were so many different packs, like, but I guess that's good. Okay. I guess we'll end the video here and I'll decide what I want to do, but this was level 1 for We're Not Really Strangers, and then we did the honest dating level 1, but we'll see if we should do the other ones in the other video or not. I don't know yet. Keep a lookout if you want to know more about me. Watch the next episode. And I make these in ASMR as well, so if you would like this video in ASMR too, you can go watch it in ASMR. I'm just going to be saying the same exact things, answering the same questions, but in ASMR. If you would like to watch that, like when you go to bed or something to go to sleep, it'll be nice whispering sounds. You can watch that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my answers, and I will see you in the next podcast episode. Bye.